superheroes talk about National New Day, Nintendo's expensive collab with Lego, and did the new Ford Bronco spin on Jess's Jeep. All this and more in this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Hey, Macarena.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We are good for your ears. I'm Dan, and you can find me at RFS Dan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me at Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs, and that clap made Memphis jump like 2 feet in the air.
Aw, she should be used to it by now. This is what, episode 80?
I know, and she was awake. She was standing right here. Like, that's her noise, though, like, to clap your hands together, and she thinks it's game on and time to play. So.
Oh, right. So, speaking of clapping, you hear that noise?
Yes.
That was the windmill, because it is National New Day. Hide your clothes. Hide your eyes?
Yeah, right. Hide your eyes.
Yes. And I was outside this morning, and nobody is taking advantage of National Nude Day. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, nobody here is either. I didn't have to see any of that, thank goodness.
Yeah. It's about 100 degrees out here, and I have like a leather chair. So that would not be very fun.
No.
What are we supposed to do? Like, how do we celebrate it? I think in New York, weren't people going topless on the subway in New York? Isn't that like exempt?
I think so, but I'm not positive. I don't know if I want to know.
It was great, everybody at home. Jess is like, you should take the shaved cat picture of Tails and put Happy National New Day. And I sure did, as most of you saw. I sure did. That was pretty funny.
You sent that to me when I was at the deli, and I showed it to Greg without any context. I just opened the photo and showed it to him, and he laughed so hard. And I'm like, okay, got a good reaction there. Mm-hmm. Then I told him what was going on. Then I showed it to my brother, and he laughed. And then I got home, and I showed it to Jamie, and he started laughing too. I'm like, all right, we got 3 laughs. It's a win. Go for it.
Right. Well, if anybody's celebrating National Nude Day out there, let us know how you celebrate that.
But don't send pics.
Right. I mean, send pics, but don't send pics.
No, please don't.
I don't like being naked at all. I don't. If I'm home alone or doing anything like that, nope, I have to have clothes on. I don't like that feeling. I have to have shoes on. I won't even walk around my house without, like, shoes on.
Oh, see, I like that. I do like having shoes on. That drives Jamie crazy because he can be barefoot literally everywhere. I think he's outside in the yard working right now, cutting trees, and doesn't have any shoes on.
Oh my gosh, like Tom Sawyer. Like, what's your deal, dude? Put some stuff on your feet.
Yep, no.
I'd wear steel-toe boots if I could. Yeah, so I am not participating in Nude Day at all.
Me neither.
I take showers in my bathing suit. It's a one piece. I'm modest. It's a one piece.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so happy Nude Day out there, everybody. I am coming off a super high of 90s night from Dantix. Holy cow, that was so fun.
Oh my gosh, that was, if you guys didn't see that show, you missed out. That was so fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. After it was over, I talked so much. There was so much unnecessary facts that came out of my mouth. I talked so much that afterwards, I thought I broke my voice.
You were pretty spent just from the show. Like, it was crazy because you told me how hot it was and how hot it was in your house, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna be really tired. I could not tell that you were melting, except for when you held the ice cream and it melted before our eyes.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be a great idea to go to the ice cream store and buy a bunch of old vintage ice cream, which worked out pretty well. We have this really rad ice cream store up the street that fills up our ice cream trucks. And I was just going to eat it all podcast long, excuse me, all Dantix long. And I didn't think that it was going to melt because it was 85 or 87 in the house and over 100 outside at 6 o'clock at night. And yeah, it melted. So that gave me a little bit of a sugar boost. Yeah, a little bit of a sugar rush there. And I did not expect that to happen. I still have some of that ice cream in the fridge because I planned on eating it throughout the whole episode. And I didn't. But that was probably one of my favorite episodes ever.
You know, I think that's actually the second time you've said that, because what was it, the week before or a couple weeks ago you said that you're like, I think this was the best episode ever, and then now you're like, I think this. If you can come with that every week, where you think every week has been the best episode ever, then you're doing the right thing.
We'll see. I've had 2 in the last month that I felt really good about. So yeah, and you can't tell. I cry before the episode starts, but as soon as that camera goes on, it's time to go to work.
Yep. And you do it.
Yeah.
You put on a good show every time.
So it was a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody that came out. Thanks for choosing the backgrounds and all the fun stuff. And yeah, 90s nostalgia. That was our first time we did a theme night, so I was pretty stoked about that.
I really like how that worked out. You had a lot of new callers.
Mm-hmm. Which is scary.
fixed your Skype issue?
Yeah. So it's a little scary when we get new callers. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if we're gonna have to hit that cancel button.
Right.
I'm still waiting to use that. I haven't had to use that yet.
Well, don't jinx it now.
Right. Ooh, let's keep talking about us. So Jess, you were making TikToks with Alan Jackson. Is that who it was?
I made a TikTok with. Well, there's a TikTok on your TikTok with Alan Jackson, but I was making TikToks for Thomas Mack.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Thomas Mack he's a TikToker, a country singer TikToker who just put out a new single, I guess it is, called Countryfied.
Mm-hmm.
And he reached out to me on TikTok and asked if we would make a TikTok using his song. And I said, of course we will, because it was funny and cute. So I did with Memphis. And it turned out really cute. I was really happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do a react or a duet with it or not, but he said he might.
Of course. That's TikTok protocol. You have to duet your own stuff. Maybe he'll play the exact part of the song that was in the little TikTok video. Country fried or country
fried.
I was like, country fried. I'm in. Everything I've ever had that was country fried has been pretty good so far.
Right?
Yes, and in case you were wondering, yes, there is a TikTok under RFS Dan. No, I did not post this TikTok.
You didn't even know it was happening.
I didn't know it was happening. I got messages. Well, you showed me after it was already up, but I got messages from people asking, like, hey, is it just my eyes, or did you post a TikTok? And I'm like, well, it's there. So technically, yeah, but no, I didn't post it. So enjoy my TikTok, Jess.
I couldn't help it.
It was pretty funny.
I was scrolling through something and I still had that, because I posted that on the Snow Dogs Vlogs TikTok with a different song, and then I don't know what I was doing. I was scrolling through something and I came across that clip again, and I'm like, nope, this is going on Dan's TikTok.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. That was a really good one. There's been a handful of TikToks that you're responsible for over my TikTok life.
Your very short-lived TikTok career.
Yeah, well, that's going to be for everybody pretty dang soon, from what I can tell.
No, just in the United States. You just set your region to a different country and you're golden.
Oh, that's right. Huh, I need to get a VPN. Is that what those are?
Yep. Yeah, that's all you need.
Do you have one?
You get a VPN. You set your country to a different, you set your region to a different country. You're good. You can still use it.
I used one time because the NHL network, it was like $150 for a season, but if you were in Russia, it was half that price. So I think I sent my my VPN to Russia, and then I got it for like half price.
Right?
Yeah, which I don't know what they're going to do. I paid for a whole season this season, and they cut off the season, and they usually don't televise the playoffs, so I'm not really sure what kind of kickback I need to be able to get from NHL.
You might want to reach out and see what's going on.
There's going to be no hockey anyway. They just quarantined 9 of our players 2 days ago, so I don't even know. Right, it's supposed to pick up on the 1st of the month, but
You know what? Now that you're talking about getting money back for things that were canceled, I was supposed to do that trick dog class with the dogs. Like, I don't know if you remember, that was like back in March. I was supposed to go downstate and take the dogs and do a dog trick training class with my friend Sarah Carson from the Super Collies. Mm-hmm. This is not Sarah's fault. Sarah was not the one that canceled it. The couple days before everything was supposed to go down, the events place actually started canceling things because that's when everything started shutting down. So they canceled all the stuff, and then they're like, oh, refunds. Well, I paid for 2 dogs. It was $200, $100 a dog. And they didn't give refunds. They said they would give refunds when everything started back up. Now everything has started back up. They still haven't issued refunds. And I actually reached out to Sarah today. Not only did they not issue refunds, they never paid her for her travels.
Uh-oh.
Like, it wasn't her fault that everything got canceled. And I'm like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just automatically refund everybody. They're not out any money for it. But instead they kept everybody's money, didn't pay her, and haven't given any refunds.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of like, for me, personally, if Sarah would have at least been paid, keep my $200. Like, she's a small business. She was traveling around the country, and pretty much her entire 2020 has been canceled. So, like, for me, if I knew Sarah got paid for it, I would be okay with it. But I know Sarah, and I know she didn't get paid, so now I'm like, give me back my $200.
Yeah, that's your money. Forget that. I'll get it back for you. You just have to pay my attorney fee. Dan Hawk, attorney at law. Yeah, this is the refund cast. I need to get a refund on my Yamaha mixer that's not working too. So let's spend the rest of the time getting on tech support with people during this podcast and just getting our money back. Yeah, this week it's Happy National Nude Day. Jess and Dan get refunds. So, yes. Oh yeah. I'd stay on that. 200 bones, man. That's a lot of money.
It is, and like I said, I don't understand when everything was canceled, they should have just refunded everybody immediately, because it's not like I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I own a small business and I ran my family's small business and I see it a different way. But yeah, they haven't. And they emailed me back yesterday and they're like, oh yeah, refunds have slowly started going out. We'll let you know where you are on the list. And I'm like, what?
Ew, a list? What? That sounds like some dodging right there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, no, you just want your cash back.
Yeah, I mean, even keep 20% of it for fees. I don't care, whatever. Like, but it didn't say anything on there about no refunds if there was something canceled. And for God's sakes, it wasn't their fault. It wasn't Sarah's fault that it got canceled. So
right.
Anyway,
so
my little mini rant for the day.
There'll be more. What happens there? Were you gonna were the dogs gonna learn how to do backflips and stuff, or like right on top of the ball?
Well, hopefully Memphis was going to be able to practice like jump roping and stuff like that. It was like a basic trick dog class. So a little bit more advanced than the tricks they already know. She was going to teach us like how to start, like how to walk backwards, how to back up. They just little basic things.
I can do all that. How about skateboards?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get to go to the class.
we need a talking class where they teach your dog how to talk.
My dogs already know how to talk.
Right. And climb on counters.
And climb on counters and rip down apple trees. And the apples are back in the backyard. The little baby apples are on the tree, and Kira has discovered that the apples are back. So now it's all day long trying to get her not to rip up the apple trees.
What does she? Does she try to jump up the tree to get the apples, or does she just have to wait for them to fall?
Oh no, she jumps up the tree now that she knows they're there and tries to get them down. So.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, Jamie's actually out there right now trimming the trees so that hopefully they'll survive. We had one of them got bugs real bad, caterpillars, and something else ate it, a woodpecker. So he cut all the dead part off of the tree because we looked it up first because you're not supposed to trim trees this time of the year, but then there's certain reasons that you're supposed to, and this is apparently one of the reasons you're supposed to. So he's out there treating the tree, and I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so
barefooted.
He's out there barefooted treating the tree. But hopefully he can save it. We've got 5 apple trees back there, so hopefully he can save it.
Have you ever made anything with the apples, or are they usually pretty much gone by the time they're all like ripe and ready from the dogs?
Dog treats. I make dog treats out of them. We don't spray them for bugs or treat them, so the apples they're not bad. You just gotta watch for worms and bugs in them. That
scares me. I don't want some Richard Scary worm popping out of my apple. I don't think there's ever been anything I've ever grown and consumed in my life.
Really? You should see my tomato plants.
Oh, that's right. When I was there, we got some tomato plants. Those are supposed to be for your mom.
Well, now there's 6 of them on my porch in great big huge 8-gallon potting plants. There's 2 in each plant and 2 in each potter, and they're huge. So
are they
there's tomatoes on them as well,
or are they tomato plants?
Tomato? I don't know what a tomato is.
I don't know either. That's what you make catsup with.
That's what you mix with the potatoes.
With the potatoes, yeah, for some soup. So those things are coming along nicely.
Yeah. I'm surprised. We got tomato cages from my aunt, and we saved them, and there's tomatoes on them. I was surprised. I've never been able to grow anything, and I still didn't grow these. Jamie did. He's the one that's been watering them.
He just goes out there and waters them. I'm still scorned from the pepper incident from when I had all those pepper plants on my porch and the cats ate them.
Oh, right.
I hope you got heartburn, cat. So, Jess, I watched some movies this week. I'd like to talk about the movies that I watched. Oh. So there's this new movie that came out called Palm Springs, and it's with Andy Samberg. I love Andy Samberg. He's from Brooklyn 911. He's from Hot Rod. Oh my gosh, I've watched Hot Rod 100 times. I love the movie Hot Rod. And I have never seen Groundhog's Day, and this was a total Groundhog's Day movie where he kept reliving his same day over and over and over again.
Right.
And I don't know if you've caught wind of this at all. It came out on Hulu last week sometime it came out on Hulu. And it was a lot of fun. It was your typical, living the same day over and over again. When he falls asleep or dies or anything like that. I don't know if it's the same in Groundhog's Day, that he just keeps waking up the next day and reliving the day over.
Yeah.
So I thought I thought it was fun. In this movie, though, like, his love interest also is reliving the same day over and over, so I don't know if that part changed. But I recommend it. I thought it was a good movie. I don't have to give any more spoilers than that. You guys get it. He lives the same days over and over again. And I have a question after watching that, because I have not seen Groundhog's Day, and you love Groundhog's Day, right?
Yeah.
Would you be okay with reliving the same day over and over again?
I mean, that's pretty much what I do now.
Oh my gosh, it is what you do now.
I know, right? Every single day.
It is, yes. It's the same thing, the same damn thing.
Yep,
so,
I record, and then the next day I edit it, so I get to relive the day before, and then I get to redo the same thing the next day because I record a video, and then I edit a video, and then I upload a video, and then the day, it's the same every day.
And that's what I tell people for years of whoever wants to vlog. Hey, I want to be a vlogger. Well, enjoy reliving your day 3 times as you record it, then you edit it, and then you watch it, and then you upload it, and then you watch it at 2 times speeds, and then you let it go. So I guess in theory we kind of are living a little bit of a Groundhog's Day. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a cool concept. I have not seen any of those reliving the day movies, and I'm sure there's more than just Groundhog's Day and this new movie Palm Springs.
I'll have to add it to my list of things to watch. I have a large list of things to watch. I just never... I shouldn't say get time. I should say I never make time to actually sit down and watch them. Very rarely we'll sit down and we'll watch a movie. Like, we watched Hamilton.
Right.
But... there's not a whole lot of... we used to watch shows, like we used to watch Gotham and Once Upon a Time and stuff like that, but there's nothing lately where I'm like, every week I want to watch this episode of this show and get all excited for it. There's nothing has sparked our interest lately, so I'm sure eventually we'll find something to get back into.
See, here I have the big huge TV on the wall I'm looking at right now, so it just plays stuff all the time, whereas in that room that you're in, you're pretty much kind of secluded. Like, maybe if you had a TV on the wall, you could just let stuff play in the background. I don't know if that's the way your brain works or not.
When we first had our first office set up at our other house, we had a TV in there, and that was pretty much what it was. And then when we first moved here, I don't think we put the TV in the office here. We might have. I don't really remember having a TV in the office at this house. But I used to do that. And then when I used to sit out in the living room and work in the living room, I always had the TV
Oh, that's right, huh? Yes,
always.
Before you were sit at the desk. That's right. I forgot about that. So it would be on, so you could watch your Dr. Phil's or whatever you watch.
Yeah, and that pretty much would just leave it on. So I have a feeling when I get the desktop set up and stuff like that, Jamie said that. He said he would mount a TV on the wall in there for me so that I can watch TV and do all that while I work. I tend to listen to more music, though, when I don't have the TV. I just have music going on instead.
Okay. So. See, I'm lonely, so, like, I need, like, interaction. Like, I'm a people person, so I have Twitch on a lot with live streamers and stuff like that just to feel that, like, I'm somewhere else besides the corner. I think we were talking the other night about how, like, I was going a little bit of crazy in the house here because there's really, like, nowhere to go or nothing to do, and we're on even more lockdown now. We've gone back to March.
Yeah, see, and right now we're back. We're to the point where I went to the deli at 2:00 today. So I'm kind of back to that little bit of normalcy where I leave the house every day and go somewhere.
Right.
So.
But with masks on now, with mandatory masks on now.
With mandatory masks on.
Yeah.
I wear my mask when I go to the deli. I gotta respect the other people that are there.
Right, but now if you don't want to respect them, it's going to cost you $5 large.
Well, only if you get caught. It's not, I mean, technically, you could get real technical about it, but yeah.
they just reclosed us down yesterday, and it's weird because, like, when this all first happened, we're never talking about COVID. We're never going to talk about this stuff. This is not what's going on. And I feel like so much time has passed now that this is starting to become the norm.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like talking about it almost isn't a big deal. It's just a thing that's there. I remember, and I'm gonna have to make a retraction on something I said, I think a few weeks ago on the podcast, where I was pretty upset that my Pittsburgh Penguins put their logos on masks and were selling them. This was, a month or so ago. And I was like, This is ridiculous. Like, you are not going to capitalize off of this pandemic. But I feel like so much time's passed now, and with us having to stay back inside, and I think we're going to be going through this until well in the next year, that this is our new normal. This is our new normal and our new comfort. And we talked about you making masks a few weeks ago. No, maybe it's maybe it's a few months ago. It's all blurry. The days are blurry. And we're like, we're never going to do that. We're not going to do that because this isn't a joke. This isn't a joke.
Right.
And I feel like so much time's passed now. And yes, you are making masks with your logos on them. But I feel okay about it because I feel like this is our comfort now. This is our new norm for a while.
Well, I wasn't going to do it, but then, like, Teespring is doing a thing where they're donating money from the masks. Like, I think it's $1 per sale of any mask that's bought through their site. So I thought, well, I guess I could do masks and just donate money as well, like, you know, from the sale of the masks. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with that, because I kind of felt the same way, you know, like we talked about this. I don't want to capitalize on this in that type of way. I don't want it to seem like that. But the other thing is I had people asking me. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? And then I like did a mock-up one the other day, and I'm like, what do you guys think if I post this? And I posted it in the Pawdience group. I think it got like 180 comments or something crazy where people were like, yes, do it. And I went, you know what? I'll do it. And then at the end of each month, I'll just make a donation to either ACAF or the Husky Rescue or something with whatever we made from them. And I mean, if we gotta wear them, well, then they better be freaking cute.
Yes, and I think the mentality, the point I was trying to make is the mentality of what I was thinking was going on is changing. And same with the world is, in the beginning, this is no joke. And it's still not a joke, but in the beginning, like, we gotta stay at lockdown. We gotta wear the mask. They all should just be regular white masks. We're gonna get through this. We're going back inside for a bunch more months. This is our new norm now. We might as well be comfortable. We might as well be secure. We might as well have something that makes us feel good. I've seen an overwhelming amount of people that are just so uncomfortable with the masks and stuff like that. Right. Might as well make them kind of feel like they're a part of your outfit, a part of something that you're into, that you like. Just whatever it takes to bring comfort, because this is going on way, way longer than, not that I anticipated. I think I called the end of the year when this first happened in March. Did. I was like, it's going to be at least till the end of the year, and it's going to be even more. Harvard announced that they're doing completely 100% online for the complete next school year. So that's a whole nother year out. So I wanted to take back what I said, Oni, because I now feel like things have changed, and I think masks, I think maybe even I'll get a mask with something that I like on it just to make me feel better about myself, make me feel secure, make me feel like normal. Like I wear a Penguins t-shirt, might as well get a Penguins mask, because I'm going to be wearing this thing for a lot of months to come.
Right. All the ones that I have are all fun. Every single one that I've gotten is fun. When I first ordered some online, I have a Galaxy one, and I have one that's got really cool blue flames on it. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas one, and then I have a Nightmare Before Christmas one somebody sent me. But I probably have, I think, 7 or 8 of them now, and they're all like bright colors, and like they remind me of those hoodies that I wear. Like, whatever. Like, if I gotta wear it, it's gonna be me. It's not gonna be some boring plain white little mask thing. And
I feel like the level of comfort that we're talking about this topic right now tells me that this is the new norm. This is the new norm for a long time to come.
Yeah. And it sucks because there's a lot of things that because of this will end or will not happen again for years to come. But, I think the thing is you got to try to look at it in a different way, and you got to try to stay positive about it. And, we can say whatever we want to say, but we're not scientists, so maybe we're wrong. Maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe, because, SARS is still around, but now it's something that they keep under control. There's all these different other things that, were around and really bad, and then they kind of became something that was more under control. So,
Oh, no, dude, we're not going anywhere for a while. We're a bunch of idiots in California here. Like, it's like not going, it's not going away anytime soon. Regardless on how you feel on it, like, this topic's still going to be around for a long time to come. So on that note, get your masks right now. Gone to the Snow Dog Teespringer. I don't know where you have them at.
It's what is it? Shopsnowdogs.com.
Yes.
I think is what it is.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, and if you get one, post a picture, because they're really cute.
They are really cute.
I'm ordering mine because I have to have them, because it's, I wear everything else with my dogs on it. I might as well have that too.
Right. Yeah, right. So, do you remember a few months ago I was an extra in that little small movie that was being made?
I do.
So I finally got an email from the lady that was producing it, and it's the movie's done. and they sent me a link to watch it, but they said it's like it doesn't have the gaffine on it. Is that what you call it when you do the sound effects, when you break the bones by breaking the celery?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have that done to it. It didn't have the title and stuff because they can't get back to the place to finish editing. So it's going to miss all the like Sundance type shows or South by Southwest, but they canceled all those anyway, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know if I want to watch it until it's done or not yet. So I have the link here. I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do?
I don't know. I went through a YouTube class where we watched a video with sound and then we watched a video without all the sound, and it was very uncomfortable. Like without the sound effects, they actually showed us the difference between amplifying sounds in a video and what it means to a video and all these things, and like videos without music versus videos with music. All the ones without were very uncomfortable because it was like a known scene in a movie and it was very uncomfortable. So knowing you and knowing how much you are an entertainer and you enjoy film and you enjoy it, don't do it. You're going to be disappointed. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable.
I think so.
It's going to make you feel uncomfortable, and then you're not going to like it. So wait until it's finished.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll just wait until it's done. Because the scene that I was in was a concert scene in the audience, and if they don't have the audio laid over that, then it's going to sound weird. You know how like in every 90s teen movie when they're at the prom, you can hear all the feet and stuff on the floor because obviously they don't have the music playing, and they have the music playing. I don't want that awkwardness. That thing irritates me all the time. Is like, why can I hear the feet jumping up and down in your fake dance scenes with the music over it? Like, you couldn't have like fixed that either.
Right.
So maybe so. Okay, so I'll check that off my list. I think maybe I'll wait. Oh, but it's hard. I have the link here and everything. Maybe I'll send it to you and you should to let me know whether I should watch it or not. And no, I can't share it with anybody. It was like, please don't share it, which I'll respect that.
Right.
I will totally respect that. Yes.
Right.
So last night you sent me a link for the new Ford Bronco.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think of the pictures of this Ford Bronco?
So, okay, I'm going to give my honest, totally biased opinion. I mean, unbiased opinion. I mean, no, it's totally biased because I'm definitely a Jeep girl. I like the way it looks. I like the design. I think it will look cool on the road. I like the way it looks.
It's cute. It looks like a penny racer. It looks like my Jeep.
It looks like a penny racer. I like the way it looks. I watched the reveal and all of that last night, and the whole time they're like, it's got disconnecting sway bars, and I'm like, yes, so does my Jeep. It's got locking axles. Yes, so does my Jeep. And every time they did that, I'm like, yes, open air. Yes, so does my Jeep. So like, I watched it going, okay, I get it. Ford has put this on the market to be a direct competitor of Jeep.
Okay.
And that's great, except Jeep has been doing this since 1941.
Right.
Without stopping, unlike the Bronco, who stopped for some reason.
The Bronco wasn't even that rad back in the day, and they fully redesigned it, everybody at home. This is not your parents' OJ Bronco, kids. This is all new and redesigned and everything, but they weren't really the best from what I know. I've had family members that have had Broncos, and they did not seem like that. They seemed more fragile than the Jeep.
They weren't built the same way. Like, this redesign of the Bronco was built to be a direct competitor for the Jeep Wrangler. Like, they're going after the Wrangler market, which is why they have, the open air feel, the removable top, the removable windows. You can get a soft top. I like how they said that their crossbar in the back, they're like, oh, and when you're sitting in the back seat, blah, 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 you can look up and you get that open air. And I'm like, well, yeah, but on the Jeep, that's a roll cage. There's a reason that bar's there. It's for if you tip it over, you're not going to crush your vehicle. So I hope they've done testing on that.
Mm-hmm.
There was some interesting things, which this is all car talk, so I don't know that everybody will understand.
Yeah,
this,
you guys want more mask talk?
Right?
No, you're good. You're good.
They did say that it's going to come with independent suspension, so that I don't know if you've ever seen those racing trucks that race down like dirt roads and do 90 miles an hour, and the truck looks like it's standing still, but the tires are bouncing all over the place.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
That's due to independent suspension, so each tire can move up and down independently.
Right.
Jeep does not have that, so when you're off-roading a Jeep and you start hitting those bumps, you can feel it, but you shouldn't be doing 50 miles an hour when you're driving through that anyway. So
no, this doesn't look like it wants to do 50 miles an hour, and it says it costs $29,995, so it's under $30,000. Is that like baseline? Is that just going to be like for just the baseline one with no air conditioning.
Is that for the Bronco or the Bronco Sport?
It's for the Bronco.
Okay, because there's like 3 versions of it. There's a 2-door, a 4-door, and then a Sport version.
Okay, yeah, no, that's for like the 2-door one that looks like the Wrangler. I'm sure like you don't get anything with the word Sport on it for $30,000.
Right.
So
yeah. So I don't. Like I said, I'm interested to see. I know that the Ford fans, of course, are gonna go for it, but I don't know how much of the Jeep market you're gonna pull away from Jeep.
I am not a Ford fan. I've owned Fords before, and I wanted to drive it right through the showroom floor and give them back their Ford. I am not a Ford fan. I don't like the new Mustang. I don't like Mustangs. Like, if you drive a Mustang, just like stay away from me. I know it's like, classic cars are fine, but if you're like in a Mustang that's been around for the last 10 years, just stay away. Like, I don't like you. I know that's weird to say. You know, I obviously I'm joking, but I don't like Fords and I don't like Mustangs. So, but this Bronco is cute. It's cute looking.
I'm interested to see how it will do on the market. I'm interested to see anybody that has a Jeep that may go to the Bronco, how they'll feel about it. I mean, it's definitely not for us. I'm more interested in the fact that about 12 hours before Ford released this Jeep Bronco reveal thing, Jeep sneak peeked a Jeep concept Wrangler with a V8 Hemi, 6.4 liter V8 Hemi with it. It is a concept right now. It is not reality. It is just a concept. But for the love of God, please give that to us. Like, oh my God, give me a Jeep Wrangler with a V8. Please. And then put the V8 in that Gladiator because that makes it a truck.
But I get them leaking that stuff out. Your Android phones do that all the time. Anytime a new iPhone comes out, they'll do that, you know. So it's what is it? Tentpole marketing? Is that what you're trying to marketing. You're trying to teach me that the other day? Yep. Yeah, so
completely planned.
I don't know, let us know what you think. Just Google new Ford Bronco and I think they're cool looking. I want to get in one and ride one. I like that cobalt color. I think that's pretty cool.
They're like I said, they're neat. I like the way they look. They definitely went to Jeep and stole pretty much everything they could.
All the way
from
down
it.
to the shape.
All the way down to the shape. They pretty much did it all. I do not like the dash. The dash on that I saw in the video was so flat and boring, and I don't know. It just looked. Which I mean, hey, that might be what some people want, but I did not like it. I did not.
I see it. It just looks like everything's got a television inside it now anyway. So, yeah, that looks odd to the right side. Like, there should be more there.
Yeah, it's just so flat. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see if Jeep comes out with, I'm excited to see the V8 Wrangler, and I'm also kind of excited to see the new electric Jeep, the Jeep 4xe.
Why do you need a V8 Wrangler, though, if you're just rock climbing?
For power.
Oh, okay, okay. Your guys' aren't V8s?
Mine is.
Oh, yours? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my Grand Cherokee is, but Jamie's Jeep is not. Jamie's Jeep is a 6.
Ah, gotcha.
It also, the V8 will also give them more towing capacity.
Okay, yeah, because more torque and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So to wrap this up, you are not going to be seen in one of these, right?
Oh, no, I'm not going to buy one. I mean, hey, if I know somebody that buys one and they want to take me for a ride in it, I'm always willing to go for a ride. I mean, heck, I drove Eric's Volkswagen GT Golf. I drove that car.
That thing's fast.
I know, it's so fun to drive, too.
I love how the way you say it with such disdain. Like, I got out and I washed my hands like longer than the 30 seconds that they recommended me to wash my hands with.
I just can't believe that he's 6'3" and he drives his car that sits on the ground.
He gets out of it and he just grows. He hops out, he just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because that car's so dang tiny. You live out like what does he do in the wintertime?
He just drives it.
Yeah.
They plow the roads here, and he literally lives 4 blocks from where he works.
Oh, that's true too. But that thing's so tiny, it's like a sleigh. You could just attach some reindeer to the front of it, or Lana can just pull them around in his car. Right. Oh my gosh! So Jess, I've been reading this thing about Comic-Con at Home this year.
Oh God!
And it's free. Have you seen anything about this? Because I know we talked about YouTube. We talked about VidCon doing this a few weeks ago or a month ago, and I don't even know what's going on. But they're still rolling out content for
VidCon.
I
noticed that too.
Yeah, that seemed very sloppy and fragmented, didn't it?
Yeah. But
Comic-Con is going to still go on at home, I guess. It will feature over 350 separate panels spread out over a 5-day event.
Wow.
Holy cow, right? So I sent you this link right now to your direct message, and I'm curious because I click on these links, and it has a full schedule already with all the panels and stuff, and there's already YouTube videos for it, but they're marked private. Does that mean they have already asked people over the last few months to submit stuff via satellite or whatever? Via satellite?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old. Via the internet, and they're putting it all together and compiling it to release it. They're also going to have a live stream, which coincides with it, I get it, but when I click on these links, it says that these videos are unavailable. So they've done a heck ton of back-end work to get 350 videos up.
I would say it will probably pay off very well. I mean, I'm sure it will.
Seems like the way to go more so than the VidCon way, which seemed like a mess. It seemed like they put it together on Friday night and was like, it's going to be out live tomorrow. Let's do this.
Yeah, I feel like at least Comic-Con put some effort into it.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if it's live streaming on the TV, I'll watch it, but I don't know how I feel. I mean, I guess the information's there, and you want to go to the panels and stuff like that, and they're even going to have a costume contest.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was reading the rules about that. You have to, submit your stuff beforehand, and they have to approve it, and no green screen backgrounds, and...
No, that's fun. That's fun, though.
I think that would be kind of interesting. So I'm looking at these schedules, and it's going to be absolutely free. So, I would tune into some of it, but I don't know. What do you think? Is that a good way to just save the day?
I mean, it's a good way to make it work for this year.
Yeah. I guess we're going to have to start coming to the conclusion that we're going to have to consume our stuff from far away this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've all already figured that out, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. It doesn't mean it won't return in a year or two.
The one thing that kind of bothered me that I'm curious about is there's so much merch for this.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know if I want to, champion around a 2020 Comic-Con shirt.
I mean, maybe it'll be the only one ever held like this.
That's true, too. I guess so. I guess. What do you think's going to happen with Novi? We're getting awfully close to, if you're running a convention, that you really need to start getting your stuff together.
I don't know. I got the email yesterday that said they are still planning on going forward with it, so I don't know. But if it comes down to where it's going to be everybody has to wear a mask, which I'm sure it will be, but if it's down to that where, it's all social distancing involved, there's no point in taking the dogs. If people aren't, if everybody has to stay away from each other, what's the point of bringing my dogs and letting a whole bunch of people touch and pet my dogs and then touch and pet each other? I don't know. I really don't know. What's the right thing to do? I have no idea.
Yeah, because the people are going to touch and pet each other after they leave because seeing your dogs.
Yeah, I mean, we had talked about it before that we would have hand sanitizer, and before anybody pets the dogs, they can sanitize their hands and things like that. But then it just becomes... now I have to have extra help while I'm there, and it's still
that's
is
no
it
fun.
Is it worth going there and doing that and having it be that difficult to, I mean, not to say that if we can't figure out a way to make it work, we'll try to make it work, because I look forward to Nova. I mean, I look forward to a lot of things that were canceled this year, but Nova is it's like our home show. We see the same people there every year. I mean, we meet a lot of new people as well, but we see the same people there that have been coming there for a long time, and I don't want to miss out on that. But if that's what it takes to keep people safe, then that's what it takes to keep people safe.
What if they came to you with the same thing that Comic-Con and Stay at Home's doing, where they want you to do some sort of panel online or via satellite? Oh wait, I said via satellite again. Would you be willing to do something like that?
It wouldn't work. That's not what Novi is.
No,
I don't even think people would care. No, people go to the Novi Pet Expo because they want to see the dock diving dogs and the rocking canines and the Sarah Carsons and the trick training dogs, and then they want to see all of the rescue dogs that are there, and then it's all the booths and the merchandise and the stuff that you can buy. It's all pet related, and that's what you go there for.
Right.
You go there. It's an expo. It's not Comic-Con is a convention.
But it has all the same things that you just mentioned with the purchasing and meeting the people and glad handing and stuff like that.
But no, because Comic-Con actually has panels. The expo doesn't have panels. We don't have a bunch of people talking and teaching you things. It's not what it is.
That's odd. How come?
Because it's not a convention. It's an expo. They're two different things. This is about sales. Expos are about sales.
Gotcha.
That's it.
So it's completely sale driven.
Yeah, it's not about education on how to do certain things.
Okay.
It's not about here's how to learn how to cosplay better and here's how to learn how to do this better. It's just sales. It's an expo.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna happen. I wonder. It's getting down to crunch time.
Yeah, like I said, I legit got the email yesterday that said they are still moving forward with everything. It's July, August, September, October. They got 4 months, literally 4 months to the day of when that's supposed to happen.
I'd still love to come out for it.
I'd still love to go to it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what got me thinking after reading this Comic-Con stay-at-home theme this year, is if that's gonna happen or not. Man, you've missed a whole year's worth.
Yep. We were supposed to go to Canada. We were supposed to go to Chicago. Oh. We had a lot of places we were supposed to go.
Well, that's okay.
They wanted us to come back to LA, but we said no.
Yeah, don't do that. For sure don't do that. That was a once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would definitely do it again. I would, just because of the 2 week, we did a road trip for 2 weeks. It was amazing. The LA thing was only 1 day. We only had to survive that for 1 day. 1 day to go through the 2 week travel that we got to do. I'd do it again.
Okay, well then come back.
I would.
No, that's okay. You can't do anything here right now.
No.
We're in timeout.
Yep.
Yes. That's okay. If you're gonna sit at home, Lego has announced that Nintendo, the NES system, is coming to Lego. You sent me a picture of this morning. I think it looks
so cool.
I think it looks so cool. So like a week ago, I watched an iJustine video of her doing an unboxing and put together and a playthrough of the Lego sets that they put out. Because they put out regular Nintendo Lego sets.
Uh-huh.
And they look super linear and super boring. Mario's got like a little audio box in there with some like phrases and stuff in there. So when you're sliding it on the poles, or if you put it on top of a green little pipe, it'll make like the pipe noise and stuff like that. And it looked very linear and very boring.
Right.
But what you sent me today looks super awesome, Jess. It's like this little mini Nintendo Entertainment System that's made out of Lego, and a television that actually has these bendable Lego pieces. Well, they're small, so it looks like they're bendable. And you can play through the level, kind of.
Yeah. It was really neat. August 1st, it gets released. $230. Really? Yep, August 1st is a release date, and it's $230.
$230. I would have said that this thing was probably about $100 to $125. $230?
Yep.
Holy cow. It looks like it's almost a 1-to-1 Nintendo system.
Yeah, but if you know anything about the Lego market, which there is actually a Lego stock market. What do they call it? Brick market? Brick stock market. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there is actually a website where you can follow the Lego market, and they will tell you buy this for the $230 because it's immediately going to go up in price. Right. Like when the Ghostbusters Firehouse came out, that was like one of the most desired sets. They were like, if you can get your hands on it, it's already worth this. So you can go to this like Lego market, and it's just like the stock market. They tell you the new sets that are coming out, the viability of the sets, how long to hold on to them for. It's really interesting. Lego's a business, not Lego just for
is
Lego.
A commodity. It is definitely a commodity. I have well over $1,000 in Lego. Well over $1,000 in Lego. I have bins that it takes 2 people to pick up, just full of Lego. Yeah. I'm looking at this set. It's so cute. There's like the little controller. It's got the wire coming to it. It's pretty dialed. Like on the sides, if you guys remember the audio and the video ports on the sides, it has those there with little buttons on it. It's pretty cool. There's an actual Nintendo cartridge, and I didn't see if it actually fits in there or not, which it looks like it could.
I think they said it did.
With Mario on it. Way to go, Lego. Way to market. Ever since Lego started getting IPs, they've really taken off.
Yeah, I think it's super cute.
It looks awesome. I don't want to pay for this though, but maybe $100, but not $200 and something.
If I had a really cool place to set it and have it like if the game room in the basement was set up a little bit differently, and I had like a really cool display area for that stuff, it'd be kind of neat to have it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. I want it now. You have a place for it because you have your other Lego set.
That's true.
Next to all your ponies. And I just see people, I'm on Twitter looking at this right now, and people are doing where they're throwing money at stuff.
Right. Take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Yes, that's one of my favorite memes. What's that? That's a Futurama thing, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So I would totally get one of these. I was okay with it just being the Nintendo system, but the fact that it's got this little TV with the crank on it, and Mario's actually kind of flying through the Lego level.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, 8-year-old Dan would be going crazy right now. 40-year-old Dan still kind of going going a little crazy over this as I kind of stare at it. I wonder if I can pre-order this or anything, or they're just already gone.
I don't think you can pre-order it. I think it is what it is.
I mean, I can't even go to the store to get it.
No. Nope.
That's the thing. So I would probably just want to sell them online. Yes, the Lego spokesperson confirmed that the set will sell for $230. Lego site initially listed it at $200, then at $300. Uh-oh. Well, make up your mind, Lego. So yeah,
well, if you the demand.
I would Google it. I would Google it, everybody, and check it out. It is super cute, and let us know if you got one, or if you're gonna get one, or if you're a Lego connoisseur.
Yeah.
Because wow, this thing is pretty.
It is. Even the box for it is.
Oh, pretty. I have not seen the box for it. No, I've only seen it put together here.
It's on the Lego website.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it looks NES-ish.
Yeah, and yes, you can put the cartridge into the Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm watching the person put it together now. Yeah, these things are way cooler than the linear other Lego sets that they have out for Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now they needed to make cartridges for it. I need a Zelda one.
Right?
Zelda and Punch-Out were my jams.
It is. It's $220. I don't know, $229.
That's a lot. I'd feel guilty if somebody purchased that for me. Like I would be like, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
But I do love Punch-Out. I was watching people do speedruns. I'm into speedruns right now, so I'll watch people try to beat games as fast as they can with timers and stuff on it. And the other day, I was watching somebody try to beat Punch-Out in a record amount of time, and I'm going like, I want to do that. I want to see if I can beat Punch-Out in a record time. So I looked into what it takes to be a speedrunner, and you basically have to have no life, and you have to be a little bit like obsessive on stuff for details to want to do this stuff over and over again. You know, I was watching somebody try to go through like Mario 64, and they were like an hour into it, and there's like, oh nope, I hit this button wrong, and they just reset and start over. I'm like, I can't. That's Groundhog. Yeah. That's the ultimate Groundhog Day.
Right. Over and over.
Yes. There was that guy that I watched that documentary on that I talked about, that he was trying to beat Ninja Gaiden as fast as he could. When you get the speed runs, I don't know if you've seen what it looks like on the television and stuff, where it'll show the timer, it'll show the level splits, it'll show where you're at time-wise. He's got over 500,000 attempts.
Wow.
I know, right? Like, that is out of control.
That's commitment right there.
I can't play a game that much. I can't at all.
No.
Nope.
No, me neither.
But that's what's popular right now. I mean, do you remember when there was that Fistful of Quarters documentary that came out where Steve Wiebe was trying to beat Billy Mitchell's Donkey Kong record?
Yes.
And now they're both back playing on Twitch. Like they're live nightly on their arcade machines, still trying to beat records and still trying to beat Pac-Man records and stuff like that. Because for them, that's the chase. That's all they have, I guess.
That's their unicorn.
Yeah, I could not do that. I would like to want to do that, but I could not do that.
I don't think I would. I mean, it'd be cool, but it'd be cool if it happened on accident.
No, this does not happen on accident. It is absolutely strategic.
Yeah.
To the point of collapsing. There was this game, it's like a snake game. You know that snake game that chases its tail? There's an arcade, and I forgot the name of the arcade that it is. And there's a world record to see who can get who can go the longest on it. And in order to beat it, you have to stay up for 48 hours. So so you just can't game over. So I think you get like a bunch of lives after a while and stuff like that. So you have to accumulate like 10 or 20 lives and know that you have about 30 seconds per life. And then you have to walk away for a minute to go to the bathroom, to get some food, to do stuff, to get another Red Bull. And then you have to come back and keep playing the game and accumulate more lives if you want to go to the bathroom or pass. I mean, these people are passing out at the actual like gaming consoles at the conventions trying to set these records.
Yeah, that's insane.
Thank
you.
That is not what it was meant for. I mean, Pac-Man's got a kill screen at the end where the memory's running out on all the ROM chips, and
what's the Guinness World Record for the longest live stream?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think back in the day, didn't Charles? No, it was the longest video. I don't remember who it was, but one time. And this just happened last week. One time I did a live stream that was a long time, and I put longest live stream ever as the title. And just the other day, somebody commented on this. This video is a couple years old. And their comment was, this isn't the longest live stream ever. Actually, such and such had the longest live stream ever. So I'm like going like, I didn't answer them back, but I'm like, well, first of all, it's satire. Like that's just the name of the, longest live stream ever, like comic book guy.
Right.
But there is a person that I guess did the longest live stream ever because this guy called him out and said that he's the actual person that's done the longest live stream ever, not me.
That's hilarious.
Yes, yeah. I wonder if I can. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it here. But it's like I thought it was funny that guy took time out of his day to make sure that he let me know that in fact I was not the longest live stream ever. Thank you, internet, for that, by the way.
Speaking of people that hold world records on the internet and stuff like that, did you know that today is the day that Charles Trippy is having his brain surgery?
Oh my gosh, yes. So right now the YouTube was on the television and it says, tomorrow I'm having my surgery, with his worry clickbait look. And then a little bit ago I did see on his Instagram that he was sitting there with, I think it said yes on one side of his head and no on the other side of his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Poor guy. Man, especially with having a kid, I don't know if I could bring myself, knowing that, like, I don't know what's going to happen to me for sure. I don't know if I would want to have a kid. But then again, none of us know what's going to happen.
Right, exactly. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You just don't know.
Yeah. So I do feel bad for him, even though I don't really watch his stuff too much anymore because the content and I just, like, we don't mix at this moment.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. I love Charles Trippy. I feel like I've known him forever. I do feel like he is vlog. He is what goes in the time capsule when you make a time capsule and you put vlogger in there. It is him, and I still like him, but he looked a little run down lately, and I know he's nervous and scared, especially when there's more on the line. Like I said, back before I had Blake, I would jump out of an airplane. I would want to do all that stuff, and then after I was a father, I didn't want to do any of that stuff anymore. I did not want to do any of that stuff. Now that he's grown adult, that'd be a cool story to tell his friends that I jumped out of an airplane without a parachute, but. Oops. And so, I know there's got to be a lot more at stake in his brain.
Right.
Than what he leads on to. So I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, I do too. I just, I was thinking about that today because I saw it on Twitter and stuff earlier as well. And I'm like, oh, so we're wishing him luck and that everything goes well.
Yeah. Life's short. That poor guy from Mythbusters passed away yesterday too.
That was the first thing I saw this morning was that, what is his name? Grant Imahara.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I saw that this morning, and then, Santana from Glee, Naya, what is it? Naya Rivera from Glee, she passed away. That's the third core cast member of Glee to have passed away.
Really?
I was really big into that show. Like, that was a show that, and I don't even care if people make fun of me for it. That was a show that was one of those, I didn't wait till, 5 of the episodes came out to watch it. I watched it every week when it aired. Like, that was how into that show I was. Jamie and I were just talking about this earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday when we found out that they found her and she'd passed away. I said, I don't think there's been a show like that I was so excited about. And then I'm like, well, I guess like Gotham and Once Upon a Time. I was kind of the same way with those. Gotham all the way through. Once Upon a Time, partway through, I kind of, the storyline just kind of got weird. But Glee, I watched every episode when it came out. I was so excited for that show. I really liked it. And yeah, she's the third core cast member to have passed away. Because one of them died during the show. The guy who played Finn, Corey Monolith, he died during the show of a drug overdose. And then the guy that played Noah Puckerman died of suicide after the show ended. He got arrested for, I don't remember what it was, something horrible. And he committed suicide. And then now, her name was Santana on the show. I'm really bad with knowing actors and actresses' real names half the time if I know them from a show. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. And then I saw that about Grant this morning from Mythbusters, and I'm like, what is going on? And Elvis Presley's grandson? Did you see that?
No, him too?
Elvis Presley's grandson, 27 years old, committed suicide.
Oh, no.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I was just watching Elvis movies the other night.
It blew my mind. I was reading some of this stuff yesterday, and I'm like, what is going on, 2020? Can we stop?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. And that poor Mythbusters guy, he had like a brain aneurysm. I tried to look to see what happened. Yeah. So you never know.
Yeah, he had a brain aneurysm. He was only, 49?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Before we get out of here, I want to talk. You brought up Elvis real quick. I wanted to bring up something I made a note about Elvis that we didn't really get to during movie time. So I was on the Pluto app. I don't know if you've ever gone to the Pluto app. Everybody at home, it's pretty rad. It's free. It's just all these old programs and stuff like that, and some kind of newer stuff. And
Right.
I was scrolling through trying to see if there was more Real World on, and an Elvis movie came up, and I'm like, okay, this is like completely out of my realm, so I'm gonna watch it. Just like I just want to see what's going on. I'm really attracted to Technicolor. So,
Right.
so I put it on from the beginning, and I start watching this Elvis movie. I was like, I need to know what this is all about. Is it just concert footage? What's going on? So, obviously air quotes, an
Yes.
actor. He doesn't
Yes.
make eye contact with half of the girls that he's talking to. And oh my gosh, like the acting's so bad. Everything is so bad in there. Like he's in Hawaii and he's trying to be partners with some other dude, and they're trying to start a helicopter business that's going to take you to the remote parts of the islands where he takes girls. But like, it took us a day to backpack here. Yeah, well now you can fly in on your helicopter. And every island he went to, as soon as he lands, he gets out, there's another girl like waiting for him there that works there or something like that. And they're always like, where you been? I've missed you. And then he's got to sweet talk them. And then he's off to the next one. And then there's a song or two in there. And he's like out of control. Like he's out of control in these movies. Most of it wouldn't fly these days.
Right.
On television, but just to watch how they portray Elvis as this like womanizer in a roundabout way without like coming out and saying it is crazy. At one part of the movie, all the women got together at the same place, and he's trying to figure out. He did that thing in movies, and I don't know if they got it from this movie or not, where he's dancing with this girl, and all the other girls walk in. So he's like, "Oh, let's go over here to the buffet," and then he goes over to the buffet, and one of the girls like serving up food at the buffet, and he takes the girl like, "Oh, let's go over here and sit down for a minute," and just like watching him try to juggle the girls. It's the most I've ever heard Elvis talk because I've only seen him sing.
Right.
But it is the worst. There's no eye contact. His line delivery is dead. He talks like this all the time. But now I can't stop watching them. Like I almost want to just do voice like a Mystery Science Theater style where we just watch them and just comment over it. I couldn't watch it. I just wanted to watch 5 minutes of this Elvis movie just to see what it was about. I watched the whole thing. And I want to watch another one because I'm curious now. Are they all like this? And there's really no like point to the movie. Like I still don't know what was going on. He was trying to get funding. Did he get the funding? Did he not get the funding for this adventure? I don't know. At the end, all of a sudden he's like, I'm late for my concert, and then he like goes over there and he starts playing like the ukulele and singing this song, and then it ends. So
you watched Blue Hawaii?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know that one? How do you know that?
Jamie's stepmom is a huge Elvis fan.
Well, why do you know this?
Because it's Jamie's stepmom. She's a huge Elvis fan.
Oh
we used to spend a lot of time up there.
Put her on the phone. Yeah, so you know the one. So I don't know if they're all the same or not, but it ends just of like, I gotta go over here and do this. And it's like, is he playing Elvis? Is he playing a person? Because he never mentioned at all that he was like this singer, and then he just starts singing and the credits roll.
Yeah, they're pretty much all like that. I don't think any of the movies that he was in were actually like good.
I'm insanely impressed that you know what I'm talking about.
You'd be surprised. I wish I had pictures of the inside of her house from the early days when Jamie and I first got together. Because the first time I met Jamie's stepmom, the first time we went to her house, to his dad's house up there, like it was like walking into an Elvis shrine.
Yeah. Does she have that clock where the legs swing back and forth?
Everything. Literally everything you can imagine. Every Elvis teddy bear, every Elvis poster, every Elvis everything. Elvis everything. She not so much. She still really loves Elvis. That's even the name of their motorhome is Elvis. But like she doesn't have as much. I think she's kind of like realized she doesn't need that much stuff, but like neon lights and signs and like every Elvis movie she has a copy of. Like
Wow, that is so crazy. I didn't know that, and I just can't turn away because I can't believe the stuff you could get away with back then. I also love practical stuff. There's no CG, there's no nothing. All the sets are built out. It looks like with the Technicolor, a lot of it looks like old Disneyland to me.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I think probably one of the, I don't know if it's a better one, but the Jailhouse Rock movie was really, really popular. Viva Las Vegas was really popular.
Oh, so there's a lot of these.
There's a lot of Elvis movies and Elvis shows and Elvis in movies, and I don't know that any of them were ever like super great.
No, they all looked really cheesy. There was never more than like 4 or 5 people in the scene. And some of the scenes, he wasn't even there. So I noticed for a lot of it, they would have establishing shots. Okay, so the car pulls up next to the sunset. And he gets out of and then him and the girl are looking towards the sunset. So we never actually see Elvis. We only see the back of his head. Then there's an up close one shot of them in the car and with the background. It's not a green screen background, but it's a printed out background of where they're at. So I don't even know if he was even in Hawaii. Even when he was going down the river and singing his songs, it looks like it was all on a set. It did not even look like he was there. Anytime he was in a helicopter, anytime they were driving, where it was practical and you could see they were actually in Hawaii, you never saw his head really. And then all the close-up shots had a printed out from Kinko's, I don't know if Kinko's was around back then, background. No. So I'm not even sure how they did this. I don't even know if he left the studio.
Probably not.
No, I'm fascinated by it. I want to watch more now. You guys, if you guys like make movies and want to do fun movie stuff, if you watch really, really old stuff like old Twilight Zone or these old movies that I've been watching, you can get a lot of free practical stuff from the stuff that they used to do before computers and stuff like that. So you could probably remake that whole movie and make it look better these days with the equipment that you have at home. But there was just some sort of odd charm to it that it's gonna make me come back and watch more. So yeah, you'll have to recommend. Would you say Jailhouse Rock? That's a song. He did that. That was a song. Ooh, is there a movie called Blue Suede Shoes?
I don't know, but there might be. But Viva Las Vegas is another one.
Okay, Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, okay,
that's the song.
Right. So I am curious enough that I will go back and I will watch more Elvis movies. Maybe even today I'll leave one on in the background. But yeah, just the stuff that was said and the stuff you could get away with and the stuff that they did. And one time the guy got out of the helicopter and then the helicopter started taking off a little bit and it was kind of sketchy and like it's like, whoa, dude, like that could have gone wrong. Like, there's no way with the industry standards now that you could get away with some of the stuff that they were doing back then. Yeah. The one guy dove out of the car and he was rolling around on the ground and like, you don't do stunt work like that no more. Yeah. So
no,
I don't know. I know some of you guys are like, you're really discovering Elvis, and I was just curious.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And now, and now here we are.
But did you watch 1776?
I did. Okay. Oh, no, wait. That's what happened. So when I went down because it's a musical, 1776 was there, and then like 4 Elvis movies. Was there.
Chose the Elvis movie?
Yeah, because the 1776 it just said the words on it, and then Elvis was all in Technicolor and like sitting there, and I'm like, what is this about? Like, I know people talk about this, but what is it? So that's what piqued my curiosity. Is I scrolled past that on Pluto for free and watched the Elvis movie because of that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's been musical week. We've been talking about musicals a lot this week. I got the message from you, and all it said was, Pitch Perfect's a musical.
Oh, because Jamie and I were talking about musicals when we were having dinner the other day, and he said something about, we were talking about Glee. We were talking about Glee, and he said something about Anna Kendrick. And all of a sudden he said something about Pitch Perfect, and I went, Pitch Perfect was a musical. And I texted you immediately and said, Pitch Perfect was a musical.
But is it a musical or is it a movie about music?
What did I tell you a musical is? A musical is a movie or a show or whatever that uses the music to continue the storyline. It doesn't use the music to enhance the movie. So it's not like because there's a song in the background, it becomes a musical. It uses the songs to continue the storyline. They're actually telling you the story through music. That's what makes it a musical.
So is that Cheerleader movie with Kirsten Dunst, is that a musical? Because they continue their story by dancing and singing.
What cheerleader movie?
Bring It On.
I haven't seen that, but man. Probably.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I've been swimming in musical land. I've been trying to work on the Hamilton quiz show.
Right.
And I've learned a lot of stuff about the creator from Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I know last week I felt bad because I didn't recognize his name.
Right.
Holy cow, that guy's like so talented.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah.
Most of these musical people are.
Yeah, you kind of have to be.
Yeah. So maybe I'll get to 1774, 1776, but not before I watch Viva Las Vegas. All right. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's it.
It's our time always goes so fast. I always have this list of stuff. There's more stuff on the list to talk about, but I always
there always is.
Always have to pick and choose because the time runs out.
Right?
Yes. Well, good news is this will be a live CC Mouse podcast episode today. the very day that you're listening to this at youtube.com/ccmousepodcast. We've been doing those every Wednesday pretty much, and they've been lots of fun. So tune in tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Tonight,
and see what we have in store for you. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be nice.
Yes. All right, let's get out of here. That'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Listen to us every Wednesday on your favorite music app. Interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon at CC Mouse Podcast. Rep our merch at ccmousepodcast.shop. And we'll see you guys next week. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hey, guess what?
What's that?
We did a thing.
Yes, 80 things. I think this is episode 80.
Holy cow.
Oh, no, wait, it's episode 79. Oops.
That was a good year.
Nah, 78 was a little bit of a better year. A little bit more finer of a wine than 79.
Disagree. 79's better.